Hi, how are you? Matt Watson here from CarWow. So I'm sat in a Lamborghini Aventador SVJ, and next to me is a Lamborghini Aventador Ultimate, and we're going to have a drag race. Let me tell you about this SVJ. It has a 6.5 litre naturally aspirated V12 engine that puts out 770 horsepower and 720 newton meters of torque. It drives all four wheels via a 7-speed robotised manual gearbox with the most brutal launch of any internal combustion engine car on sale. This car is pretty lightweight. Now Lamborghini do quote a dry weight, which is the car with no fluids or anything, and this comes in at 1,525 kilos. New, this car costs from £360,000. Today they're probably worth about the same money. Not sure about this one though, because it's a bit dirty, like even dirt inside. That's because it's owned by my friend Mark McCann, and he does some weird things with this, like drifting it in dirt against helicopters. Go check out his channel, right? Mark McCann 64, see what he does with this car. It's nuts. He also only ever drives at 29-ish miles an hour, as you can see here. But I'd like to see exactly how fast I'm going in this car, so I'm just going to remove that. Hopefully I'll remember to put that back on so he never speeds in any of his videos. Anyway, let's speak to the owner of the Ultimate. It's Dean Stoneman. He's a Formula 2 racing driver. He might be pretty good at this. Hey Dean, how are you?
Great, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, I'm all good. A little bit nervous that I'm racing against a pro racing driver. Don't know why, I just think the SVJ might beat the Ultimate in a drag race.
Well, maybe if you had the car polished today, you may beat me in a drag race.
Yeah, there's probably a bit of extra drag, not only with the wing and everything like that, but with the amount of grime on this car. Yours is so clean and more aerodynamic because it hasn't got the big silly wing for downforce, which is not what you want in a drag race really. So tell me about your car. What stats do you know about it?
It's got a 6.5 litre V12 and it has 780 horsepower.
So you've got 10 more horsepower than this car. In terms of weight though, it's a bit heavy. Do you know how heavy that car is?
I'm unsure on the weight, but we'll soon find out in the drag race.
Well Dean, let me inform you about your car. So your car weighs in at 1,550 kilos. Do you know how much it cost? £392,000. So you must have fitted some options too, because I think the starting price is like £340,000, is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct, but this has got nearly every single option, even a carbon engine brace, carbon surround in the engine bay, and many other carbon bits on the car with the red pinstripe.
Now the thing about the Ultimate, I think it's a rarer car than this. So there's like 900 SVJs built. There's something like 350 of those or something, but I think they lost 22 when a ship sank, which was transporting them somewhere. So it was even rarer than it was supposed to be. What's the value of that car today?
Yeah, there's only 20 UK cars in the coupe, and it's probably in the region of 450 to 500k right now.
Wow, so I went up in value. This stayed the same, which is good, you know, free Lamborghini, but that is an appreciating asset. We'll see whether he's going to appreciate how fast it is now in this drag race. Right, now let's race. Buy, sell, car, wow. Now before we race, we're going to do the customary CarWow sound check, so I'm going to rev up this SVJ. Rev up your car. I want to see if it sounds any different, whether you've got a different exhaust. I know it's got the same engine, but is the exhaust different? Do you know what, Dean? Let's do them in unison. 3, 2, 1, rev! A V12 Symphony. Awesome. Let's race. Oh, sideways. Oh, it's close. Oh no, but look at the Ultimate come past. I thought I had you from that launch, but you just sailed past.
Yeah, it was my first launch. I think I was a little bit delayed on the get-go, but yeah, as we got to the end of the first gear, I started drawing you back and then left you for dead.
You're a racing driver, right? What's the reason for that?
It's got slightly more power. Maybe the drag at the beginning, it was that second gear I pulled away.
Yeah, I'm not going to beat you off the line, and it doesn't look like I'm going to beat you once I'm moving, so, it is what it is. I'm going to do it one more time, see if Dean can get a better start, see if he can beat me by even more.
3.
There's a lot of slip there. Got a better launch. again though. Do you know what? My car hooked up better that time. So it was spinning its wheels on the launch, but it didn't spin it quite as much. And it just seemed to pull better. You did still come past me though, again. Very, very close. But then they're very close in power.
So then what exactly happened? Well, the Ultimate won, completing the standing quarter mile in 10.8 seconds, while the SVJ finished in 10.9 seconds.
Now we're going to have a rolling race from 50 miles an hour. The car's in sport mode, but automatic for the gearbox. We're going to race to the half mile. I'm in 5th gear now, so here we go. I'm in 6th, 5th, it doesn't know what to do. 3, 2, 1, go. It just didn't know what to do with it. Oh. So what gear was your car kicking down from?
It was in 6th, then went to 5th, then went to 6th, and then went to 5th, and then it went.
At least you were having the same problem, so it was sort of fair. But I think it's probably best to take the silly gearbox out of the equation. Do the same thing again, but let's run in manual mode, okay? Okay then, another race from 50 miles an hour. Corsa mode, but in manual mode for the gearbox. 3rd gear roll on. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Come on. Dear Dean. Looks like the Ultimate is the ultimate Aventador so far, but there is still one last challenge for us to do. Now then, we're going to have a brake test from 100 miles an hour. When we reach the line, full emergency stop. Which car will stop in the shortest distance? Right. What the heck happened there? Are you just a racing driver, so automatically you just brake better? What do you reckon?
I don't know. Maybe my brakes are a little bit newer and the newness has gone out of yours.
I would like to do that one last time because this is too much of a difference. Right, and Dean, let's try again. See if I can do better. Must try harder, Watson. That's what my school report always used to say. Okay, here we are. Here comes the line. A little bit better, but what a difference! How many miles has your car done?
2,165.
This one has done 7,000, and they're 7,000 Mark McCann miles, which are about 500,000 miles really for everyone else. Only joking, it's not true. He takes very good care of his cars, they just look a bit dirty. We can agree then, Dean, that you won absolutely everything with your Ultimate. Do you reckon Lamborghini are maybe lying, and if we got these cars on the dyno, we'd find out that the power difference is more?
Not too sure really, you know what I mean? They car the same production line, but they've badged it with 10 horsepower more. Maybe it has got more than 10 horsepower.
Who knows? We'll never know actually, will we? Oh well. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a like. Click on those windows there for some more videos on that box there to make sure you subscribe to this channel. And once again, big thanks to Mark McCann for lending the car. Go check out his channel as well. Mark McCann 64.